Well, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening if you're watching this at night. I am putting together a video on putting a dash cam in my Tundra pickup truck. And this is going to be a video, I'm going to do these in different sections. This video is covering the camera that I chose. In this case, I went with what they call the Toguard Mini Dash Cam 1080p Full HD car camera. That's how it's advertised on Amazon. And what we have here, I'm just going to read you some of the specs real quick from Amazon, and of course you can see it on here. But this is a 1080 camera, so technically I guess it is what they call HD. It has a 2.45 inch little screen on the back of it, and a 170-degree wide-angle dash camera. Now this also has a couple of extra features. This has got loop recording. It has something they call a WDR parking monitor, which what that does, I think you can toggle this to where if someone bumps your car, the camera will automatically kick on and record for like 30 seconds or a minute or something like that. It has G-sensor, where the G-sensor will work. The way these cameras work is they use a small SD card. In this case with mine, I elected to get like a 32 gig SD card for it, a SanDisk SD card. And these cameras, when they're powered on, they'll constantly be recording a loop over and over again, constant recording, where the oldest loop, I think you can toggle it to doing like 1 minute, 3 minute, and 5 minute loops, and they'll continuously record. Once it gets to 1 minute, it'll stop that loop and start another one, and just repeat that process. And as the card fills up, the oldest loop will be deleted. Now what that G-sensor does is if there's a big shock to your car, like boom, oh my gosh, I'm in an accident, it will automatically save that loop to where it's not overwritten. And then of course you have the option to go in and manually save the loop if you want to as well. But you can Google it. Well, I say Google it. Look it up on Amazon. Again, that's the Toguard. If you look it up, Toguard Mini Dash Cam 1080p, you'll find this. When I bought this, which was on September 3rd, the price was $29.99. So let's take a look at the box real quick. You can probably look it up by this. I think this is the Amazon FN SKU number is what they call this. You can look it up by that number as well on Amazon. And pretty simple box, and I've already taken it out of the box, but I'll show you a quick look of what. Basically, it came in the box with all the goodies nested inside of this part, and I will show you some of the goodies that were in the box with it. First off, we have this, which is the power cable. Now, this is the simplest installation for most people, but the problem with this type of installation is, of course, you're going to have a cord hanging from the camera up at the top of your dash. Now, they give you lots of length to where if you put this camera like up in your windshield, and it is a mini USB charger, you'll notice, they give you enough length where you can run around the top of your windshield, down a door pillar, and then over to your cigarette lighter in your dash if you wanted to do that. But it's kind of what I would call kind of, I don't know, kind of a sloppy installation a little bit, but I'm sure that's the way the majority of people would do it. And especially if you're taking a trip or something like that, it's quick and easy to get it set up. So it comes with this cord. And what I have suddenly realized is it also comes with a small cord that has this end on it, and then this cord is only about 12 inches long, and it has a USB plug on the other end to where you can actually plug in the camera and charge it off of a standard USB charger, a little cube charger. And it comes with these little handy devices. These are little, it looks like that's actually 3M adhesive. These are little cord clips where if you're going to route your cord somewhere around your dash or something like that, you can clip the cord into those little clips to help keep it tucked up and out of the way. Pretty cheap, but it's a nice little addition. And this is, I have no idea. I would assume maybe this is some sort of tool. that is used with these clips, possibly, or something maybe. Yeah, I don't, it's definitely some sort of little prying tool that was in there. I actually don't know what this is for. So that's interesting. If I find out later what this is for, I'll drop something in the comments. If you guys know what this is for, let me know. Yeah, obviously it's some sort of little pry tool. And it was in the bag with these clips, but maybe that's just because it's what they call the small parts bag. And we have a little, I notice a lot of direct China marketed items on Amazon nowadays will have these little cards encouraging you that hey, you know what, you can scan this and do something on our website, and we'll give you something free, which I've done it several times. Actually, I had a training collar I used on one of my dogs that I did it for recently, and they sent me an extra collar for it. We've got a standard little instruction manual. Now, again, with a lot of these China products that are direct to Amazon type marketing, you'll notice that the language they use, it is English, of course, but you can tell it was someone who translated it, or English definitely was not their first language. But the majority of the time, you can read through it and figure out what they're trying to say. And I will note that this manual, it's a pretty good manual. Now, one thing they will call out, especially in this section here, this is important to read, because this will tell you the different buttons, like the menu mode button right here. It'll show you all the different functions that button will perform, which depend upon what mode you're in. So we'll talk about that, and I'll kind of show you the camera a little bit. I just unboxed this literally. Sorry, my dog's carrying on in the background over here. I just unboxed this here last night, and I haven't had a chance. I haven't had it in the car or anything yet. This is just a video showing the camera itself. This is the suction cup that came with it, and I will say that it's pretty nice quality. One thing I like about it is that, you know, often suction cups will have the little folding lever that latches like this to where you can take it off or on. This one has got a little rotating lever, and you can see when that thing is suctioned down, when you put it into the lock position, that thing's going to draw it up and it's going to hold it really nice. But for a $30 camera, it seems like a pretty nice mount, and it has a tension adjustment here. And then, of course, it has this part will rotate. I'll show you how it mounts on the camera, but this is the camera itself. This is your slot for your SD card. And like I said, on mine, I elected to go with a SanDisk 32 gig. We'll pop this out and see if I can't. I've already got it stuck in there. There we go. But it just pops. Maybe that's what that little blue lever is for. It just pops in and out of there like that. And there's your little, that's a reset button. You have your power button. This is your mount for it. So yeah, let me show you how the mount works. In my case, you know, you want this to be facing out your windshield like this. So the way I will do it is the mount, you can see it's indexed. It has a little thing and it just slides on like that. And there you go. You can adjust the rotation of it. And then, of course, you can loosen the screw and adjust the angle of it. And I've got the plastic on here still. Everybody loves tearing off this. Actually, I'm going to leave it on until I get it installed. And I have the plastic over the lens to protect it until it gets installed. But this may have enough power in it. I had it charging last night. Let me see if I can power it up. Yeah, this has a small battery inside of it to where if you disconnect your battery or something happens in an accident, your battery goes down, this will run the camera for a short amount of time. Now, they say in the manual not to have it running all the time off the battery, because it'll obviously, the battery in here is very, very tiny. and it's not designed to run this camera full time. But you can see when you power it on, it starts recording automatically. And I actually have it in motion detection mode, which I'm going to turn that off. That's what this little blue man right here is. And you have the flashing red dot showing it's recording, but this is what it looks like. Now let me show you. It's kind of hard to tell from this video how small this thing is. But let me show you a size comparison. This is a quarter. This thing's tiny, this camera is, and that's exactly what I wanted. I mean, this is a small, this is just a standard quarter. As a matter of fact, let me even do something more advanced here. I'll get a tape measure out here for y'all. Two and 3/4 inches wide. Well, we got 3/4 of an inch deep. Oh, about 1 7/8 inches tall, somewhere in there. Has a about 2 1/4 inch diameter suction cup on it. But the menu interface is pretty easy to figure out. Like right now, for example, I had the motion detector on. To change that, you press this button. Nice and simple. I think I have to press it and hold it down. And now that put it into, oh, it's already telling me low battery. So what we're gonna do is hang tight. I'm gonna go get a cord and we'll plug this in and I'll show you some more stuff on it. Okay, we saw just now that the battery is getting low. So what I'm gonna do for this video purpose is just use a little battery pack with the mini USB, and make sure it's the mini USB that you get. It is not the USB-C or the USB-C or the USB micro. It is the mini, which is the bigger one. Plug this in. That's going to simulate what happens when you turn on your car, assuming your power is ignition keyed. So as soon as you turn it on, since I have this is in a loop, that's where the little circle right there is, it starts recording. You have the numbers typing up right here. So it's been recording for 8, 9 seconds or so. You can press OK right here, and that will stop the recording. Now, it says 4:37:01. I'm not for sure what that means. That might be time left on the recording. I don't know for sure. But once it stopped recording, you can press this button to go into the menu. And this is where you can change some of the different options for the recording. Now, I did put the date stamp on mine. I did turn off the audio. I don't really see any reason to have the audio in the recording. But you can go into these different settings. Car number is where you can put your plate in for your car, your license plate, resolution, etc. Now, you press it again. Sorry about that. You'll notice up in the top left, the little clapper with the play button is blue. Press it again, and now the tools are blue, and this takes you into the settings for the video mode. Screensaver, auto power off, frequency, beep sound. Has a really annoying beep sound that I turned off. Set the date and time, and then language, of course. Format will format your SD card. Default settings will take it all the way back to factory default settings, and then version. Now, when you go into one of these things, and you want to toggle it, you press the OK button once you're on the one, and you can turn beep off or on. Let's just do that. See, now, there we have the annoying beep again, which I guess is nice if you're in the car and you want to articulate it and make for sure you're getting the button, but I'm just going to turn it off for this purpose. So with the camera in the top left, it is in the video mode. You press and long hold the lock menu button, and it puts it into the still mode. I don't know for sure what this is for. I guess this is to take pictures, still mode pictures if you want to. Long press again, it puts it in playback mode. And for example, this scrolls through the videos that are on here so far. And you can see a lot of them. There's some videos from when I was setting this up and everything else. But to start playing them, I think you press... No, that's not what you press. Let's go back. I think you press this button to play. Yeah, there we go. And see, that's the playback. But you can press this, and you can select delete and just delete them all, which is what I'm going to do because it's just a bunch of videos. And press this button again and press long press again to take it back to the video mode. And that, I guess, is basically how it works. It does have, I don't know what this 8:47 is right there. That's not, that might be the time actually. You know, that is the time. I have it set off by 2 hours because this is actually 10:47 a.m. right now. So let's just do a quick thing and we'll go through that and we'll figure out how to set the time. Okay. A good example, right? Date and time. Okay. Oops. Don't want to do that. Okay. Time is 10:47. Okay. And then we press this to go out. And there we go. 10:47. He's so smart. But yeah, I mean, that's how this little puppy works so far. And you notice on the microphone it has the little, you can barely see it, but there's a little small red slash showing that I don't have the microphone recording. And I noticed this too, like if you first turn on your car and it pops up and you just want the screen to go right away, you can just do a short press on the power and that will put the screensaver on, but it is still recording since you have the red dot on there. Well, actually, it's not recording because I pressed the, there we go. The blue, I think the little, what color is this? Purple, and then flashing blue shows that it's recording. And this is the mode it will go to when you first power up your car. So we press the dot, and when you're driving down the road, when you see the little blue, and then the amber or red type light, that means it is recording. Press the power button. Yeah, we've been recording for 27 seconds. So now we're going to simulate, okay, we stop, we're at the grocery store, we turn off the power to the car. Shut down in 5 seconds. It'll shut down on you. So it doesn't sit there and record when it's not getting any power, like from the cigarette lighter. Go inside, go to the store, we started the car and set it home. Get power to it. And it starts recording right away for you. So that's how it works, folks. I'm sure, and again, I just now started playing with this myself, so I am going to do a video showing my installation of this into my Tundra. Most people, like I said, will probably just plug this in the cigarette lighter and have the cord laying out. Yeah, I think this is going to work out pretty good. If you watch this far, please check out my installation video on this camera for my Toyota Tundra. Please take the time to check it out. Okay, here you guys can see that I jumped over to a sample video of this driving down the road. I was going to wait and do this when I had the installation video up on the Tundra, which actually turned into an installation on my wife's Honda Civic, as you saw earlier. But this is just a little sample to show what it looks like. This is driving through a neighborhood over here close to my house, and as you can see, it looks pretty good. Pretty nice quality. Now keep in mind this is through the windshield, and I'm sure the windshield has a little bit of dirt and whatnot on it, but yeah, looks pretty good. So let's jump back. In the meantime, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day, y'all.